Right now I'm downloading fucking Warzone. Anybody tell me that shit was free to play? I'd have been on that shit. But I got that and Overwatch downloading right now, so watching Harry Potter in between and kicking it. Got my Monster Energy drinks, got leftover Pepsi, a little bit of mac and cheese. Motherfucking, I don't need a whole shit, but I just need a shave around the edges. I'll probably do that in the morning before I go to work or some shit. Just so it's fresh now, I know, like a little growth. I got a little growth. I went bald. I shaved like Friday night, and then my homie hit me up. She was like, what you doing? See me with a bald head, she getting the fresh baldy. She was like, she think I'm going somewhere. I ain't going nowhere. Thought I was going somewhere. But ended up plans getting canceled because my friend ended up getting the COVID shot. And she ended up sick from that joint. So, yeah, here you go. Your immune system getting ready. I'm sitting here looking at my numbers and shit. I only put like 5 stacks in that bitch right now, so seeing what it flipped to. Actually, I put 6 and I lost 8, and I actually lost 9. But I kept throwing stuff back in there and taking it out and putting it back in when it was on the rise. So yeah, I wanted to hit 300 so I could stop looking at it. Once it hit 300, I know it's good progression because that's 200. It went up 2%, and I'm good. Right now, it's flirting with me too much right now. But usually there's like an 8 o'clock jump. So I'm trying to catch that 8 o'clock jump and get my whole stack back. Because I was on 6. Everything dropped 12% today. At the lowest, I took out when it was like 10%. Once the extra 2% came in and I started to see, it was like, all right, this ain't going no more than that. Threw back in and I got 200. So happy with that. Hopefully it just doesn't go back down. This is like negative 8% right now, averaging. So I ain't trying to lose no more off this dumbass crypto. Like when you get in the crypto, like right now, the crypto game is daily. We're looking at daily trades and other stuff like that. So when I see it go, like when I see a dip of more than 5%, I pull. But I waited until it was down to 8 before I pulled. So that was where I messed up at. You're supposed to wait until it gets to like a certain, everybody, you should have your certain number that it shouldn't. Mine's is 5%. When stuff hits 5% negative, that's when I pretty much put on sound the alarm and start watching. And today I sounded it good, kind of, because I didn't go lose my other, break into my other thousands. But yeah, and then I got like another 2,000 I'm gonna put on top of that just for the progression rate on how much I gain. And once I get that back, that's good, and I'm gonna stick around for it a little bit more. But right now, the market is dying, but there are good signs that are coming, that commerce is coming. So that means people are gonna spend those coins, which means the value goes up because there's less in the market, because when those things are spent, they're destroyed. Once they're pretty much converted, that's my theory on it. But I gotta read more. I got a whole entire book on crypto. I didn't get through it yet. But I think that once they're spent, they should be destroyed, and that brings up the market value. Right now, you can buy a Nissan, you can buy a Tesla with it, with these coins. I pulled out all my Bitcoin just because you gotta have big money to do Bitcoins right now. And that's like talking hundreds of thousands for you to get turnovers. I'm only dealing with tens of thousands. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get like 10 stacks. You know what I'm saying? Accumulative. And then take that out, and then put some away. But right now, it's definitely got to put myself through the struggle. So, and that's hurtful, but at the same time, you get a lot of progression once you put yourself through the struggle. So I've been lavishing a little bit too much for my taste. You know what I'm saying? Buying clothes, shoes, you know what I'm saying? Going out, extracurricular, even like donating, you know what I'm saying? So like even donations probably hit like $3,000 of money I donated. But that I throw that out so something positive can come back in my life. Hopefully a nice, faithful wife that lets me have other wives. I only want 2 wives. Like, I don't think I'm gonna go 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? In the Quran, they say, don't go more than 4, but you should only have 1. So, I got my main wife, and then my other wife, you know what I'm saying? Probably 2 kids each from them. Probably one doesn't want to have kids, but that's my goal. That's what I want. I want 2 wives at the same time. I'm a polygamist. I don't care. Like that, like for me, polygamy, patriarchal polygamy is something that is natural because, you know, statistically, there's always less men than women. So in our animal kingdom, it's very natural. Female polygamy, on the other hand, that's a mess because like guys always gonna compete with each other, try to knock the next guy down. Nobody's gonna cooperate. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they just in it for themselves. You know, women will more so have a position and hold it and exceed at it. A guy is just gonna try to take over. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman can have more than one boyfriend, but not more than one husband. You know what I'm saying? And same goes out for men. You got more than one girlfriend, but even on the polygamous wife thing, you got your wife, which is the number one. That's the one that you live with, have a family with, and then your other wives, which should not exceed 4 altogether. Anything more is a plus. That's your plus, not wife, but concubine. Each have their own place, and they shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, talking to each other or anything, because then they'll conspire against you. That's what the Prophet Muhammad said. And then on top of that, your wives shouldn't know about each other. Goes like, we're here. You know what I'm saying? Or it'll be, let's try to, you know what I'm saying, get this out and try to take him down. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that. Even Muhammad went through that with one of his wives, with 2 of his wives, Aisha, and another one basically plotted against him. He ended up coming out of it okay, but you gotta watch it, man. You gotta know what you get into. That's why I said you should only have 1. You know what I'm saying? Your other wife is for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's a duty. It's something that's honorary, something that's symbolic. You know what I'm saying? So you should get you like a widow, a barren woman, you know what I'm saying, a woman who's probably already had all her kids already, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody who just really wants to have your child, you know, or, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't mean that you don't love that person. It's like, oh, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's my pity, or that's, you know what I'm saying, I was doing her a favor, or da-da-da, you know what I'm saying, nah, like, it's for, like, something. And then you also always have to ask your first wife if you have other wives. You know what I'm saying? And then she has to then be rewarded with like a second dowry for that. So you have to give second wife a dowry, your first wife a dowry, and then your first wife a second dowry. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. Like, I already pretty much paid a dowry. with one girl. So that was dope. And now we're good. She think about me all the time and everything. So, and then also like your second wife should already be somebody usually that's already in your life, like probably before your first wife, or like somebody that's already just been like naturally in your life. Don't be out here looking for another wife. You know what I'm saying? And I think it says your wives can't lay with each other, but if you into that, you know, you've been blessed. You know what I'm saying? Always work on your blessings. Even though I said they shouldn't really know about it. They shouldn't be talking to each other. They can know about each other, know each other's name, have contact information, but they shouldn't be talking around you, having their own thing. But there are, you know what I'm saying, people who have the wives all in one house, or, you know what I'm saying, have da-da-da. So, yeah. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? However you work out, like, it's all suggestions. Nothing's really set in stone for that. I broke 300. Boop, boop. I ain't got to pay attention to shit. I'm good. Came over that dip, baby. 5.3. Let's go. And it'll give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to get all that back. How much negative was I? Everything's still like 6, 7% negative, but I pulled out, put back in, so I'm smart. Cause I'll be looking at shit like, when's it gonna come back? I'd rather pay that $20 fee or losing my shit. You know what I'm saying? On what I'm pulling out, like, yo, give me that. Like, I ain't trying to be in the hole. Like, you gotta be smart with things. Like, it's okay to take a hit, but don't get knocked down out this bitch. Don't get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Shit can get to zero. You know what I'm saying? Theoretically. You know what I'm saying? You'll be at fractions in a second. So, know when to pull. Like, nah, we gotta pull right now because we get ready for the bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit not making sense. Like, don't sit up there and put yourself, be like, oh, this and that. And also know fast, lose fast. So fast money coming in is always, you can lose it twice as fucking fast. So, always be on your shit where it's like, all right, I'm trying to get this and have a goal. Like, my goal right now is 10,000. Double what I got. So I diversified, you know what I'm saying? Put it on percentage, so I'm like 1,500, 15,2. And then I have this over here sitting for like a throw-in. And then when it come back around again, you know what I'm saying, the second time, instead of pulling, I throw that on top. Or if it's getting crazy, I pull it and then throw that all in and catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, always know that investing is never too late and you're never catching up to anybody. It's just, you got in at your time and you gonna ride your way. You know what I'm saying? What somebody got, you know what I'm saying, they got that in years, months, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really catches it in a day. You got your shit in a day, it's gonna be gone in a week. You know what I'm saying? So this investment stuff is real. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people of color getting into investing now. Like, even though like they starting on their scale or whatever, like, real happy I see that, because we're finally getting involved in the economy, which was something that I always, you know what I'm saying, wanted people of color to do. Like, yo, we got to start doing what, you know what I'm saying, these Europeans are doing and what these Asians are doing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, I'm going to work hard to get money, and then you spending it. Like, you need to learn how to make your money work for you and build something else, you know what I'm saying, with your money. You know what I'm saying? Through investing, through business, or whatever. Even like having your own business, that's even the thing where it's like you working, because, you know, when you start your business, in most cases, you starting it by yourself. You're number one worker. You cutting checks for you. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying, put something in a CD account, put something in ETF, you know what I'm saying, so your joint or multiply over time and accrue interest. You gotta do that. You gotta be on investing and on everything else. Like you can even have your company get to a point where now you're looking at investors to invest in your company. You want stock market. Like until you start learning this game, it's gonna be hard for, you know what I'm saying, you to maintain. You know what I'm saying, one false move. Like I can leave this in here for like 10 years, be a millionaire. But I'm trying to be a millionaire this year. Don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing probably like half of my paycheck into this. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm like, all right, I'll put this in my savings, that in my checking, like a quarter of my checking, quarter of my savings, half towards investing of new money. You know what I'm saying? What I already saved up, it's like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I dug into my savings again for this just because I took an L. And then like my spending habits, which I have to fix, which I'm fixing this month. Like besides paying for my TV, you know what I'm saying, having TV because I'd be dying without TV. I don't want to be sitting up playing video games all the time. And clothes and frivolous shit, food. Definitely cutting back on food. Losing weight, cutting back on food. I'm paying for my gym membership. I'm gonna go on a liquid diet, smoothies, you know what I'm saying, water. That's pretty much where I'm at, and like protein, and that's it. Like I'm not trying to like be eating, you know what I'm saying, 2 serving meals, 3 serving meals, 4 serving meals. You know what I'm saying? And be looking at myself with the big stomach, and then like wake up and be like, oh, my metabolism. You know what I'm saying? Or after I get off the toilet. You know, I'm trying to get good, especially like, you know what I'm saying, me trying to like, you know what I'm saying, have, you know what I'm saying, relations and all these other things. You gotta be in shape. You gotta be looking good, feeling good. I ain't trying to be out here this summer like looking all big, like fat wise. I already have like a good natural build, but I don't want to be the dude like take your shirt off and it look crazy. So we broke 300. Now we going towards 400 now. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna hit 450, 500 by the end of the day, and then it's probably going either take a downturn or go up more. I just don't know what the bottom is with this, but I hit a good bottom this time. You know, last time I had a good bottom, but I think I pulled out. I definitely pulled out, but I think I pulled out on a bad bottom, bad new bottom. And then as it started getting worse, which is like right now, I put it back in. So I got a good bottom. So I should be able to gain off this and put more on top. Like the reason why I put so much in this time around, like not so much, but the good medium amount was just because I was getting low and I didn't want to cut into, you know what I'm saying, my amount I had in for rate. So eventually try and get this joint about to 8,000. Once I hit 8,000, it's gonna start looking pretty. And then by the time I should hit 10,000, that's when I'm good. And then from that point, it's just rolling. And I ain't worried about nothing. But once I hit 8,000, once I hit 10,000, my pullout is gonna be 7,000. Once I hit 8,000, my pullout gonna be 6,000. Once I hit, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But just know that stuff go up and it don't really come down that bad. Like I've been looking at the charts. Not much has gone down. Not all of them have gone down past a month down. But it's good that they do sometimes because it's going to come. So you can throw in good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like 12,000 off the last time. I mean, like 12,000 off the last time. So try and get 22,000 off of cumulative, and then like over 100,000 for the year. High rate 300,000. If I'm going crazy, like million. You know what I'm saying? But I got in like mid-April, late April, so I caught the crash, it wasn't that bad, but definitely on the recruitment and learning, I think that was a blessing for me to go through that because now I know how to recognize a whole lot of stuff that where I'm like, oh, I ain't trying to go through this situation. And then a lot of that was just like fees. Like I was doing transfers and all this other stuff, so I lost like thousands, like seconds. So it wouldn't have been as bad if I wasn't fucking around like I was on a certain system that I was on. So I learned, like, cause I was losing thousands in seconds. Boop, 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 boop. Like $8,000 in like an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? I would have probably only lost about 2, and I was losing profit, so I'd have probably lost 1, but I was dogging it. So now I know how this thing move, where to get your progress rate at, and how to get it. So worked on investing. Like it's like, to me, it's like a strategy video game. And since it's my money and just money in general, like I take it as like way more serious, and then on top of that, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I grew up playing PC games like strategy text games, where it's like do this, do that, da da da, build a business, something like that. And I see it like that, like, oh, this risk management, da da da. So then by the end of it, I come out on top. You know, right now I'm losing, but I know by the end of the month, next week, something, I should be good because I'm looking at the charts like, all right, I'm losing right now, but positive progression. I'm losing this percentage a day, and then I'm jumping this percentage by the end of the week. So I should pull out this point, throw back in on this point. And I pay my little fee, $20 or something like that. But when they turn around, you know what I'm saying, when I'm taking it out, and then when I'm turning around, I pay my little $2 to get back in. Boom. I made that in a matter of like a second, a minute or two. And then I'm in the profit game. So right now it's stuck. It ain't going nowhere because I'm looking at the progression. For the hour, I'm good, but for the day, I'm sucking ass. Like today, I started off with 600 plus, went up to 700 plus, and now it's sucking. But on the chart, it's straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's just a up. Like it didn't even hit to it because all this happened in just hours. So I'm thinking that shit about to hit straight positive. Like straight up positive. Yeah, because everything 5, 7. Now everything's in the 5s right now for the stuff that I invested in, the three. Because my plan was diversify all around, pick my top 3. And then my top 3 I'm staying with. And then as my top 3 grows, that's when I start picking other things to invest in. So everything's on the low right now. So it is the best time to throw your shit in. Just because it's at this low point. It's at a restart, market correction, whatever you want to call it. Best time. But about to go right now. Charge my phone up and everything. Then once the 2 games is done, play those. I'm probably play like 3-4 games for the stream in a little bit. So I'll be on probably like about 2 hours. You know what I'm saying that, thinking that, you know what I'm saying, I spent about a half hour on the video game. So I should be good for the week then after that for Facebook. You know what I'm saying? But Twitch and everything else, YouTube just wants straight subscribers. Need my subscriptions up, y'all. But thank you. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, that's my 3 main streams. Mixer, RIP Mixer, that was my shit because I had hella followers on Mixer. Woo, but then when I got back to society, back in the game, it was gone. Like they said it was gone. I was like, damn. And then like when you check it, it go to Facebook. So I guess Facebook bought them out, or just like the resources went to Facebook or something like that. You know how it go when you